Hello and welcome back to the 5th episode of the Search for Clutch Powers. Now, where were we? Oh, I remember, but if the audience doesn't remember, we were heading to Australia.
Were we really?
Probably. Who knows? We go everywhere in this podcast. It's hard to keep track.
So we continued to Australia. The drive was tedious, and the underwater sections were perilous due to the lack of Long John Silvers.
I almost died of starvation. Luckily, I found an extra breakfast bass in between the car seats, but because of that, I had to take 428 bathroom breaks, as well as 2 emergency barf breaks.
While he was in the bathroom, I took small bites of his breakfast bass. They were completely unnoticeable and didn't inconvenience Chester. I just enjoyed the feeling of control and power it gave me over him.
Now that we were in Australia, I decided to see the sights and sounds by touring Marv's magnificent Vegemite Emporium. Meanwhile, John was kidnapped by a Pegasus!
But before I could be fully taken by the Pegasus, I decided I had had enough of this insufferable creature, pulled out my rocket launcher, and blew that goddamn Pegasus up so the riders couldn't use him as a plot device anymore.
Wait, what riders?
So anyways, right before the Pegasus died, in a low and raspy voice he said, "John, how does foreshadowing work?" "What do you mean?" "Say one of my friends was going to die in roughly 21 minutes. How might I foreshadow that?" "Why the hell would I know that?" "Darn, I thought you would be more helpful." Then the Pegasus died painfully and traumatically. I'm sure he was fine though.
Anyways, after that diversion, we made our way to You Are Going to Die Soon Avenue, across from Seriously, You Will Die Lane.
This might seem out of the ordinary, but remember, we are in Australia, where all of this is perfectly normal, if not somewhat boring. So anyways, we are now lost. Our last connection to Mr. Jürgen von Jürgenberger was recently abducted by an ominous figure that I am sure is not important, so we had to find a new way to lure out this elusive director.
We had only 2 options to find this man. We could create our very own Lego erotica novel, which I was all in for, or we could organize an Australian convention for 5'11" people. Unimaginably short people, but necessary people.
Even though it would be super inconvenient to have to bend down to identify these short people, considering that we are both an average 8'13", we decided to make a necessary sacrifice and organize the event.
I'll get the balloons.
I'll get the balloon arch.
I'll get the balloon lettering that says, even though you are hideously short, we forgive you.
I'll get a balloon decent sandwich spread to scare away any Australians, allowing only Mr. Jürgen von Jürgenberger to get through.
I'll get the balloon Long John Silvers. That one's for me.
Now that we have gotten the essentials for any decent party, we decided to do the boring stuff such as finding a venue and preparing ourselves for all of those short 5'11" people about to invade our mile-long personal bubbles.
3 months later, John and I were awakened from our deep hibernation by the sound of incoming short people. It was an invasion!
After tirelessly making sure to eradicate any 5'10" liars trying to enter our convention.
And I was busy ordering a fish, shrimp, and chicken variety plate from the newly founded Long John Silvers.
As I melancholically watched Chester order a fish, shrimp, and chicken variety plate from the now not quite as newly founded Long John Silvers, I heard something behind me.
Guten Tag.
I nervously farted myself at the sound of that word. A German. I immediately ran up to him. "Hello, beautiful German man."
Who are you calling German? I am from Switzerland.
Then why aren't you speaking Swissish?
Because actually, people in Switzerland speak German for the most part. You have been bamboozled, John.
No, a decoy German, most likely sent here by whoever the main villain of the series is.
Yes and no. I could possibly be aligned with the main villain of the series, but the truth of the matter is I am here of my own volition.
But why?
Because I am half Scottish.
And so?
When you killed those 10,000 Scottish people, you killed my father, your grandfather.
What does that mean?
John, I am your father.
Sick. So now are you gonna fight us or something? Because that didn't work out so well for all the other people who tried to fight us, other than all those times we were kidnapped.
Yes, but I have a secret weapon, and that weapon is...
I immediately began to throw the unimaginably short 5'11" people towards the German to interrupt his sentence, because everyone knows you can only truly have a secret weapon once you introduce it.
I finished my absolutely delicious Long John Silver's order and joined the unimaginably short 5'11 people throwing session, not because I wanted to kill the German, but because throwing 5'11 people is really fun.
No, my only weakness, not being able to explain my abilities.
Face my wrath of unimaginably short people.
As me and John were throwing short people at the German man, I had a sudden realization. Oh, wait, John!
Ugh, Chester, I'm busy at the moment. Can't you tell?
No, John, this is important.
Fine, what?
We've gotten completely sidetracked. I don't even remember why we're in Australia anymore.
Crap.
I think this calls for a flashback.
But there's a note on the table. It said, if you want to find Mr. Jürgen von Jürgenberger, you'll have to go to the land where the pinto beans live.
The land where the pinto beans live? That's Australia!
Now I remember! We were trying to find the pinto beans, the great brown beans of the sea.
Indeed, we were trying to find those great brown beans of the sea.
Did you say pinto beans? The great brown beans of the sea?
Yes, sir. We did say pinto beans, the great brown beans of the sea.
The pinto beans are a nefarious group of the genera of the flowering plant family Fabaceae.
You don't say.
I do say.
You don't say do ya?
You don't say, do you? But I say, do I?
Well, where can we find the pinto beans?
You don't want to mess with them.
But the note in Mr. Jürgen von Jürgenberger's house said we had to go to them.
All right. Take a left at the third anthill, then swing a right when you reach the old watering hole. Then keep going straight for 13,726 miles, and you should reach them smack dab in the middle of Australia. Good luck.
Thank you, you beautiful German man.
I'm not German. Actually, I find it mildly offensive that you are assuming that I am German.
You're welcome, German man.
And then we set off to the center of Australia to find the pinto beans. Along the way, we had a few minutes to spare, so I decided to take the time to talk about today's sponsor, Jimbo's professional lip wetting service. Are your lips always too dry? Do you cry yourself to sleep at night because people scream whenever they catch a glimpse of your disgustingly dry, crackly little mouth assistance? Well, then you need Jimbo's professional lip wetting service. Just give us a call, on a VPN of course, and we'll come running with a couple of squirt guns and a bottle full of good old H2O. We offer both water and oil-based lip wetting, and every November, we also offer liquid mercury to give your newly wet lips a desirable sheen. Get a monthly subscription at Jimbo's professional lip wetting service today. Just call 111 Damp Lip Hotline now and get your first lip wetting for free. Other than the fact that we will record the session and distribute it on the dark web. Anyways, when we finally arrived at the center of Australia and climbed over a hill, what we saw shocked us to our very cores.
Millions upon millions of pinto beans, charging at an unknown force in the distance. They may have been small, but they were fast and furious. Much like fungal acne or a severed tongue now back from the dead to complete its unfinished business. Those examples were completely unnecessary, but I chose to include them anyway. We backflipped down the hill and asked one of the pinto beans what was going on.
Well, kid, the name's Beanster. General Beanster. And we're at war. Bean war.
With who?
The pistachio nuts. We've been at war with them for 10,000 years. An ancient and deep-rooted conflict, if you get what I did there. A rivalry that couldn't possibly be stopped by roughly two people who showed up when the war was at its worst and say they'll put a stop to it after a few training montages and a couple inspiring monologues.
Well, we're gonna stop it. We can stop this war. Yes, we can. It is a thing we can do. Just watch us stop this war.
No, you couldn't possibly. It's too dangerous.
Well, we have to try and likely fail for a few minutes, but then succeed inevitably once we find the strength within ourselves. Because as my mother once said,
after you find your inner strength, there is no epic battle too epic for you to later write in retrospective.
Okay, that does sound pretty awesome. And also tactical. I will call you the Tactical Awesomeness Division. Now go kick some pistachio. See what I did there?
I actually do not understand the joke.
Well, you are going to go kill the pistachios, correct?
yes.
And you are going to kick their asses, right?
I sure do hope so.
So if you insert the word ass into the word pistachio, you get pissed. Ass, yo.
That is supremely unfunny.
Yeah, work on your joke skills while we are gone.
Okay, fine.
Let's go!
They never do like the jokes.
Before we describe this battle, we would like to say that we are in no way prejudiced towards the pistachio people. We respect and value their little pistachio lives. So anyways, we massacred the pistachio people, showing no mercy for their men, women, or children.
I carpet bombed the civilian pistachio villages in order to invoke fear into their pistachio hearts. I'm sure they were fine though.
Hey, that's my punchline.
Sorry, bro.
It's okay, bro. I forgive you.
Even after the cardinal sin I have recently committed?
Yes, bro. Nothing is unforgivable, bro.
Then, me and John cried bro tears as we worked to fix our crumbling relationship before joining back into the fight.
Anyways, I suggested that we form Chon, the ultimate being, and a mixture of Chester and I, in order to defeat these pistachio people.
I decided against the motion, as chawning is hard.
So I whipped out my trusty semi-automatic industrial-grade military assault pistachio sheller and shelled the opponent to death.
After John was done goofing around, there were only 3 pistachio people left. So I killed one of them and made it a nice even 2.
I asked one of the 2 remaining pistachios why they were fighting the pinto beans.
Well, we have entered this most vile feud with the pinto beans. For 10,000 years ago, a mischievous little pinto bean named Beaning Lee Beansworth stole a sacred pistachio amulet, a stash-mulet.
Oh, well I have one of those right here. Then I pulled the stash millet out of my backpack and gave it to the pistachio.
Cool. I guess we can stop fighting the pinto beans now.
I guess so.
So we had resolved the conflict, but one still remained. The note given to us by Mr. Jürgen von Jürgenberger said to go to the land where the pinto beans live, if you wish to see him again. Well, we were in the land where the pinto beans live, and we couldn't find Mr. Jürgen von Jürgenberger. I asked the pistachio if he knew anything.
Well, duh, you goofs. Some guy cloaked in a dark hood came through and gave him to us. Told us to keep him secure. Didn't say what his name was, though.
Well, do you have Mr. Jürgen von Jürgenberger?
Of course not, losers! He was kidnapped 23 seconds after the guy in a dark cloaked hood dropped him off.
Do you know who kidnapped him?
A different guy in a dark hood. Are you guys stupid or something?
Where did he go?
He headed southeast to West New Zealand. I couldn't say what for, though. Mostly because I don't know, and also because I hate you guys.
Then that's where we're heading next.
No problem. And I've got to say, I've been listening to your podcast, and it would really suck if you died.
What a strange and non-foreshadowy thing to say. But anyways, see you later, Pistachigator.
And with that, we set off for New Zealand in a yellow submarine. We traveled for 2 weeks straight and eventually came across a tropical island in the middle of the ocean. There were a bunch of boys on the island, and they were all running around blowing on shells and stabbing each other. We told them to go home, so they did. We decided to use the island as a rest stop to regain our energy. But then something happened that would change the entire direction this series is going.
In the middle of a clearing, a mysteriously convenient quantum portal opened up, and 2 people who looked very, very familiar stepped out. It was us, John McDigiorno's,
And Chester Westerminsterberry.
We asked them what they were.
We are you from the future.
I don't believe you. In the future, your name is John. Okay, I believe you. Now tell us why you are here. We have come to take the Zealand key, past John. You mean the key that unlocks the Great Wall of Zealand? The one I've had in my pocket since the beginning of the series? Which was very uncomfortable, by the way. You would think the bricks would be the worst part, but in reality, it's the chafing. Indeed, and I agree, the chafing is an issue.
Just give it to us past us, or we will be forced to have to fight you for it. We'll never give it to you. Probably. We need it for when we reach the Great Wall of Zealand. Also, I want to fight because fighting is fun.
Okay then, prepare to die.
Then, probably the most epic future fight to ever take place ensued. But before the fight could actually take place, Future Chester took out a sci-fi grenade launcher and then grenade launched us. We didn't see it coming and we both got kind of hurt and stuff. Then Future John took out a sci-fi laser sword and disintegrated both of our hearts. This was looking bad. I tried to throw a punch at Future John, but he dodged it with his sci-fi skills.
Sci-fi noises. I spun around and shot past lightning at Future Chester, but he redirected it at Chester and carbonized his entire brain. I was starting to think we wouldn't be able to win, but that would be stupid because we always win everything. I jumped over to Chester and said we could win if we used both of our ultimate moves. He said it was risky, but it was the only way. We powered up a Mega Ultra Extreme Combo Triple Quadruple Hit Unthinkable Power Ion Zion Schmion Super Duper Pooper Scooper Kick Flip Punch. But because we were taking a really long time to charge up, Future John and Chester took out 397,000 sci-fi atom bombs and lit the fuse to each and every one of them. It happened so fast, and we didn't have time to react. So Future John and Chester grabbed the Zealand key and went back to the future before the bombs exploded. We couldn't say the same.
As all 397,000 of the sci-fi atom bombs exploded, it created a blast radius so large it encompassed the entirety of the southern hemisphere. We didn't escape the explosion, and we weren't powerful enough to survive it either. As the world around us evaporated into thin air, both me and John held hands, looked into each other's eyes, mouthing the phrase, "I guess this is it, buddy," fell over on the ground dead, and crumbled to dust.
And with that tiny cliffhanger, we're going to end the episode there. And yes, we are definitely dead, and there is absolutely no way we will ever come back to life.
We do hope you enjoyed episode 5 of part 1 of season 1 of The Search for Clutch Powers. You're already halfway through the series, because this was the mid-season finale, meaning half.
So that means if you turned the search for Clutch Powers into a pizza and divided the pizza into 10 slices, then you would have eaten half the pizza, meaning that you are halfway done.
Only 5 more episodes to go, and with that,
see ya later, everybody! And close the door on the way out.
No, John, no, we can't use a rude tone, or they might not be encouraged to listen to the next part of the podcast.
I'm sorry. How about this? Goodbye, you trash people, and all of you suck. I hope you never listen to our podcast again.
Much better.
You thought the podcast was over, didn't you? You think John and Chester are truly dead? Little do you know, the search to destroy Clutch Powers has only just begun! Ha ha ha! Ah ha ha ha! Ah ha ha! Ah ha ha! Ha ha Sorry, I was thinking of something funny I saw earlier. Now, the episode is running a little short, so to make up for lost time, we're going to do some stand-up comedy, my favorite evil pastime. Please welcome to the stage, General Beanstir. Okay, that's probably enough. Okay. Introducing General Beanstir! Yay! Shut up!
Hello, my name is General Beanstir. I'll be doing stand-up comedy for tonight. Thank you so much for having me here. All right. I don't want you here. Shut up, you little pistachio. All right. Okay, we're gonna start with some nice puns. Everybody likes puns, right? All right. I don't. All right, shut up, you pistachio. All right. I wrote a song about tortillas. Well, it's actually more of a rap.
I don't like that.
That's a hilarious joke. You should be laughing right now.
Joke.
All right, anyway, security, can you kick that guy out, please? He's really annoying.
I am security.
Oh my god, whatever, fine. All right, I'm gonna do another joke now. All right, okay, what's it? Let me just look at my list of terrible puns here.
You're using a list? That's so
No, I'm not. All right, the definition of a will, it's a dead giveaway. I don't even get that one. Okay, we're gonna do...
I like that one.
Really?
Yeah, that was like really good.
Really?
You should open with that one.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna restart. Hello, Hello, everybody. My name is General Beanster. I'm gonna be doing a final start from where I was. All right, gonna scroll down to this is joke number 17 on my list of very, very funny jokes. Shut up. What do you call a pig that does karaoke? Oh my God! You ruined the joke for everybody. You miserable.
I know that one.
You're not even a pinto
My
bean.
dad used to tell
You're
me
a
that
black
joke.
bean.
I hate him very much.
I hate my dad too. You know, actually, I think I am your dad.
Sick.
Cool. Alright, okay, we're gonna do another joke. What did the frog have at a hotel? Bellhop.
No, just no.
Okay, I think so. Well, I think that's hilarious.
No.
I think that's a very funny
You're
joke.
the wrong person.
Oh my God. Oh, this is a good one. What is it? What do you call a lazy kangaroo?
Something not funny.
A pouch potato.
No, you're wrong.
Yes, I am correct. That's a very funny joke.
Do you even have permission to be doing this?
I think I broke in accidentally for some
This is
reason.
domestic terrorism.
I don't think I'm actually supposed to be here right now. And would you look at that? We're out of time in the podcast. All right, everybody. Actually, I think we can do one more joke. Let's see what's a good one right here.
Please no.
What do we got here? I'm just reading them really quickly. You just gotta give me a second. Oh, this is hilarious. You gotta know like Disney movies for this one though. Why is Peter Pan always flying? He never lands.
See, I've never seen that movie, and I don't even know who Peter Pan is.
He's like a really famous character in like modern society.
I disagree.
Where are you even from? I live in Australia and I've heard of Peter Pan, okay? Like, come on. Everybody knows who Peter Pan is.
I'm from America.
How do you not know who Peter Pan is?
I don't know, it's just not that thing of a thing.
Okay, whatever. Okay. Well, that's all the time I have for today, I
You mean
think.
you're getting kicked off?
Yeah, I am currently being carried off stage right now.
Citizens
All right,
arrest.
everybody, please. Goodbye, everybody.